Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I'll admit it, I sometimes have to be drugged kicking and screaming into the 21st century. I was a stalwart, basically leather wallet user. I've had trifolds, bifolds. There was just something about that. It invaded my EDC space as well. But what I've noticed is that a lot of times I don't want a wallet, and when I do have a wallet, it's in a backpack, or I put it in another bag, or I hop in the truck and throw it in the console or the glove box. I don't want it on me. Partially because, I'm sitting on a big lump here, but also there's generally no need. I do a lot of my commerce on my phone, but anyway, Axwell contacted me and said, hey, you want to try one of these? And I was thinking, I've seen these kinds of things all over the place. Why? And I thought about it. I might have taken a couple of emails, but a lot of times I'm quick to throw, some cash and some cards in something like this. That's exactly what it's for. And then I throw that into my bike bag or my backpack or whatever, and that becomes my wallet. And I thought, well, that's sort of where we're headed here. I don't carry change much. Rarely. In fact, I got some the other day because I actually went to a store that only uses cash and debit cards, and I don't have a debit card, so I gave them cash, and they, it was like, I haven't had change in my pocket in, I don't know, since before COVID probably. But anyway, I said, sure, I will try some of these. I'll play with them. I thought, gosh, why would I even want that big thing in my pocket? Well, it doesn't go in your back pocket, and it ends up traveling very well in a separate container. That's where, like a backpack, day pack, etc. It actually gives me a lot more customization, and then most of the stuff, especially in my wallet, is like empty space now. Or I carry stuff that I never ever use. I pull it out and think, oh, a library card. I forgot that was in there, from 2004. But anyway, so I've been using these, and I'm a convert. Yes, I know we're already 23% of the way, almost a quarter of the way through the 21st century. The 22nd century is on the horizon out there. But I decided, yeah, I'd try it, and I'm a convert. And the Axwell wallet is actually kind of a little bit unique in this space. I'm going to go over that quick, but there's a ton of other videos if you really want to dive deep. But the way that they've approached it is it uses these cover plates, and these cover plates come off. They're held on by neodymium magnets. You can get different ones. This one's solid copper. Easily pops off. There are bands. So I've got this band. Do I have to have the band? No, I can do pretty much anything I want. And then this has another band, and that's what holds the wallet together with these pieces, or the magnets also hold this together. And then if you look at this, the construction of this, the anodization, the lip, basically it's designed in this position, do it this way, that you push up in this space here in order to deploy the cards. But as you can see, there's also a lip here, so it's very easy to spread these apart. You can put in this, they call this, I think, the no-tear band. It's an elastic band. That's what holds it together. Seats right down into that channel, and then you can throw on whatever covers you want or mix and match. They come in all kinds of different ones, and that's half the fun of kind of carrying an EDC wallet like this, is you can customize it. We do that a lot versus just that. So this is the same size no matter what. The copper inserts here, very heavy. It's noticeable, but it's also not that big, and when it's empty. And if I don't want copper, I can go with, say, anodized aluminum. I think there are even carbon fiber ones, so you can cut the weight quite a bit. Deployment of the cards, very simple. Push it up here, and then you grab what you want out of here. And then if you take something out and then you want to slide it back in, like my in-store credit from Lowe's, I can just, because of that notch right there, just slide it right back. Whoops, I've got another tool in there. Might as well show you that and then move on. There's also space if you want to put a tool. And here's an Axwell tool. That's one of the tricks up their sleeve. So anyway, just deploying cards, very easy. Slide them right back in. This is a money clip that's on here. I can easily slide that right off if I don't want it on. It's that modular. There's a couple other things. There's a money tray or a coin tray. So if I wanted, although you can also put cash or other items in here, this just gives you a little bit of a of depth. So I can drop this in, and now makes noise if I use change, but I've got some other storage in there. So I'm actually going to design a survival kit that fits into this tray here. I don't know what all will be in it, but if you can see, I've got at least 2 pennies thickness, so there's plenty of room to work. Maybe a fishing kit. Another thing is it opens up the opportunity for you to go after some of these fun credit card style things. What's this guy here? This is the Pocket Monkey from looks like Zoo Tools. So any of these that are this size, kind of that credit card size, drops right in there. Here's this one, fits right in there. So if I want to double it up or protect it, I've got opportunities to have fun with this, make it my own. And the more I use it, the more I realize, yeah, this is kind of the 21st century here. I don't have to get my little zip pouches, and this one's like a burn hole from a campfire probably, and you know, it's just where we're at today. And the traditional wallet, it's not that secure. Stuff falls out of it. You know, it occupies a bunch of space. The dog got a hold of it and ripped out a section. Probably the dog won't chew up this one. But anyway, Axwell Wallets, are they cheap? You know, they're actually about in line with a good leather wallet, not a ridiculous leather wallet. Easy to deploy, fun to carry, and most of the time I'm just tossing it into another bag or, you know, the console or something like that. And now I'm kind of interested in deploying some more things inside my wallet that I normally don't carry, like these. You know, once you've got a fixed, kind of a firm frame, I'm going to start exploring that. Anyway, if you've got a particular wallet you really like, or you have experience with Axwell, let me know if you got questions. The more I use these things, yeah, they are different. I've heard some people, you know, if they're sliding certain cards in and out, that they can scratch them. So the orientation might be something to consider. I often carry a little bit of cash, and I'd rather just put it into that tray and not really worry that much about you know, wadding it up and using a money clip. But if I do want to use a money clip, you know, how hard is it? That hard. Now I've got my money clip. Anyway, with that, Doc out.